Okay, so we've added our custom fields for most of our content types. Um, but I want to quickly go through how to handle times when your custom field might be like a list of things. Okay, so if I have an author, I might want to have some number of images of the author. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 1. Okay, so we're going to look at how to do that using advanced custom fields. And in this example, I am using a paid feature of advanced custom fields called the repeater field. If you end up doing this for a living professionally, the advanced version or the paid version of advanced custom fields is very, very worth it, and we just kind of need it to be able to talk about some of our fields. So I'm going to jump back into my field groups here, and I'm going to create a new field group for author information. Okay, I'm going to display it if I'm on a author post type, and I'm going to go ahead and pause this and create the first and last name fields before we do the repeater field. Alright, so I've created my first and last name fields, and now I'm going to create a field called images, and the field type, I'm going to select repeater at the very bottom. And what repeater does is it gives me additional fields that I can then repeat as needed. So I'm going to add a field. I'm going to call this field image, and I'm going to tell it this is an image field. Okay. Some of this we'll talk about later when we start working with templates and how to actually display content. I'm going to go ahead and add a field here, and I'm going to call this caption. We might have a caption, we might not. I just want to show you what happens when you have multiple fields within a repeater field. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this, and then we'll jump to the author content type and take a look at how we're looking. So I'm going to add a new author. Now, most of the time when I'm doing this, I might just be ignoring this blocks, right? I might only care about my information here. So I would enter first name and last name, and then I have my images. And the repeater field works kind of on the logic of rows. So I'm going to add a row, okay? And so now I can select an image. I've loaded some sample images into the library, so I'm going to select my image. I could put a caption here, and then I could add a row. Okay, so now I just have repeated this, and I select my next image. Okay, so pick a new image, and this is how my rows work, and then I can drag these into the order that I want them. But this lets me create anytime that I need to be able to add multiple things, and I don't know how many, I'll use the repeater field. So this would need a title, I would publish it, but that's how we would handle that kind of custom field.